Alright, now I'm alive. Actually added one stream marker because I thought, hey, I'm about to unmute myself, but then I realized it's one of those not at all uncommon days in which I just, I decided, yeah, I actually, you know, got up at an hour that isn't completely terrible, which would be like, I got up before right now, for instance. And sure, why not I'll stream, because that's something that I kind of want to do, but at the same time I'm about to unmute myself and realize, hey, I haven't actually spoken all day, so my voice is kind of cluttered up, to put it one way. I ended up addressing that for another 30 seconds or so, and then I put another stream marker, so now the first one that I put on the timeline thing is useless, but oh well. Anyway, I'm alive. Yes, hello everyone. Hello, hello Samsung, hello Red Bear, and hello Old Default. Self-declared interim president of the United States. I declare my streaming illegal anyways. Oh boy, well, don't worry, I live where no law can touch me or anybody else for that matter. I live where pretty much nobody gives a shit about the quarantine for that matter. I'm pretty sure you can go outside right now and you can find like hundreds of people on the subway without any kind of protection. That's kinda sad, but at least you do also have the knowledge that there are a lot of people who have a conscience. It's just a lot more visible. Consider the people that don't, but oh well. Not here to talk about that. Or are we? No, maybe we are. In a very marginal way. But I would say that that is not the primary purpose, rather, because the theme that I have right now is a thing that's actually historically related to that. Namely, the large amount of the stuff that's been given away on HIO for quarantine for the past, but I don't even know when I first posted this. To my own Discord and my own channel and confirm it. Let's see. I'm gonna have to scroll up for a second. Posted that on March 18th, which it's no longer March actually. Oh yeah, by the way, April Fool's, the joke is that I'm streaming, get it? Anyway, that was like exactly 2 weeks ago actually. It was 2 Wednesdays ago that I posted that link. I don't know how old the link actually is, but that's when I learned about it, and it's still being updated to this day, I think. This update was today actually. Just about an hour ago. And I think I actually went through some of the new links that I hadn't gone through on that this list just a little bit before I started the stream, and apparently a bunch of the links that I managed to grab just now are like only go until tomorrow, so you know, wink wink nudge nudge, find that link. It's in my Discord, it's in my free stuff channel, it's the HIO free stuff playlist that I put in there. And since I already took the time to actually grab everything that should be grabbable for free from there at this time, I believe I shall try and get through some of that stuff, or at least take a look at it. I don't know. I do remember I saw, what do you call it, Nuclear Throne on there, but it's like near the bottom. I already have Nuclear Throne on Steam, I think, and maybe like 1 or 2 other platforms that maybe didn't give away, or maybe it's saying like Twitch monthly thing, or not Twitch monthly thing, the Twitch Prime monthly, where you can get an app and get free games from that every month or so. I think I may have also gotten it in there, but I don't know. But point is, if you don't have it, you might be able to get it from there at this point. I'm actually not sure right now, but anyway. Let's see. Modview. Oh yeah, Modview is a thing that exists now, and I think basically all it does is it clutters up your screen with more shit when you usually just want to, you know, watch a stream when you go to watch a stream. And I would imagine that if you're a moderator in someone else's stream, it's because you want to watch the stream there. and be comfortable while doing it. It seems a bit unintuitive to do it that way, but who knows? Maybe that's probably just meant for the people who like think like go to streams on this website when with the idea that money's somehow involved. I'm not one of those people, obviously. I don't think I could be one of those people even if I wanted to, but you know, not that I do to begin with, but there you go. That's trying to throw some rationale on top of that. Yeah, getting distracted because what the fuck is this? Oh, I just got pinged in the fucking Happy April Fools by other people who actually are doing, you know, not ironic self-deprecation stuff, right? I think I just got pinged in the actual Silva Gunner Discord thing. Everyone is spamming Bostasag and Max Speed right now. I guess I'll do that too. Just once. There you go. I did it. What else? Oh yeah. As I actually prepare to try and get something started here. What if mod view is actually April Fool's 6? You know, that actually would make sense, but anyway. Still like, okay, yeah. I actually got an email, like, according to this, 53 minutes ago, which... Sure, I'll accept that. An email from one of the people, apparently, that were giving to mass email. That was sent out by one of the people who were, like, giving stuff for free during this whole itch.io thing. Apparently, a developer called Space My Name has sent a message saying, wow, it's great that you downloaded our game. And apparently this game is called Stellaxy, so I guess what I'm gonna be doing now is I'm gonna go to itch.io, I'm gonna go to my library, I guess. Is that where this stuff would be? What if I just use the regular search to search for that? Here we go. Is he gonna say you own this game? Yes, okay. And because I own it, I'm gonna guess that means that I've claimed it, which means that I haven't actually downloaded it. All these games are like free to download temporarily, but not free to claim, which claiming means that they're basically tied to your account and you can just download them for free whenever you want in the future. But if you don't do that, you don't have the option to do that. You only have the option to download them for free for as long as the sale is live. But this is not one of those games, alright, I think I've got it. As long as I'm on the page here, let me take a look at what the actual page for the game looks like. It's no longer free to claim, but I did claim it while it was. Let's see. Well, I'll just shift to this thing, the standard view. Right, you will surely not notice that I rushedly switched the Fantificator thing, the very default Chrono Trigger skin. I didn't know what to do. Didn't really have anything prepared. But let's see if I do this. Here, I guess. Just downloaded this thing. I'll make a new folder within this called that. And I'll just extract this stuff from the zip file that I just downloaded onto there. Right. Wait the 2 more seconds that I think it should take that to finish. Right, here we go. Now look at the page again. It says it's a space exploration RPG adventure game with a massive universe with over 1 billion planets to explore. Wow. It has a demo, and apparently it has an original soundtrack with a Bandcamp link. Musician does. I don't know if it's specifically for the game soundtrack, but... well, speaking of the soundtrack, it's gotten to the point in my playlist where it's a very quiet song, so let me... That's a cue to actually get the game started. Right, let's see. Actually looks like. Boy, my antivirus doesn't like that. Ran at 50 scan, but it cleared the scan, so here we go. The game is actively in development, blah blah blah, and you can hear it, but you can't see it yet because I need to capture it. Will it let me capture it this way? Answer is yes. Okay. Squash it so it's here. Boy, alright. Number 1, Stellaxy, let's put this, or Stellaxy, I don't know, like Galaxy. Let's see what this one is actually like. Right after I reposition myself, because like every single time that I start the stream, I start by just being hunched over forward in my chair, and that's not good. But okay, am I gonna need the mouse or am I gonna need the keyboard? Looks like I'm gonna need the keyboard. Hold on. It would probably also help if I have the window itself focused. Here we go. WSD, it's like an option and enter to choose. Well, let's see. What options do I have? You can delete the save, you can put this into full screen, or you can contact the guy, I guess. Alright, let's do this. Oh wait. Let's change our skin color. It doesn't let you do this with the mouse, does it? No, it doesn't. Right, well, we can be see-through, we can be other colors entirely, or or just pick this at random. Sure, that'll do. That's perfect, actually. You can barely see your eyes there. I don't know what that other palette in the bottom right is supposed to be. Let's see. I need to change hair type. It can be... Is that pink stuff my hair? You can be bald, I guess. You can have a little bit of bangs sticking out, or you can have long hair, I guess. So we'll go with this one. Oh, that's the hair color. Okay. Well, since I already have fantastic skin color, I guess I'll go with that hair color, my universe. Oh gee, I don't know. This doesn't distinguish between capitals and non-capitals, right? Okay. At any time go to the Trade Center to save your game, hold left alt and press enter to skip the tutorial. I don't think I want to do that. Why would I do that for a game that I've never heard of? Oh shit. First menu with Q. Alright. There's some very small text in the edges of the screen that I can't read all that great. Let's see, current quest is go to the moon. Can I like raise the size of the window, I wonder? I don't think so. Okay, I need to squint a bit here. Oh. Okay, so it makes it so that it always have the selected quest right at the very top of this thing. Right, let's see. Tutorial quest how to get it done before the decade ends. I don't know about that. What does that say? Destination, Earth's moon, no second. Destination, rewards, 100, whatever currency this is. Okay. I have pressed Q to exit. Oh, there we go. Thank you for taking on this brave mission to venture off into the universe on behalf of the human race, is how that says. Right. I, Sean F. Kennedy. I can't tell if that's supposed to be a reference to the president or to the Resident Evil character or both, but I want to personally deliver the tutorial for your mission and fulfill my role as Prime Minister of Earth. You are the only person who warrants me doing this, I guess. Prime Minister of Earth, right? There's an infographic of everything you need to know in order to pilot your ship. Okay, so use the same buttons that I've been using for movement. Toggle the quest screen, close the menu, fire missile is Y. Why is it Y, I wonder? Pilot assist. I hope I can bring this back up, because I'm not gonna remember this. Info guide and Ors GUI. Press enter to pull up the galaxy map. You can find a trade center here where your progress autosaves, right? Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. I read fucking Dylan Thomas in high school, probably, so I'm very well versed, yep. Heard it in a really good movie when I was just a young man, no kidding. Alright, so now we can move. I don't think we could do that before. Okay, I'm pressing buttons. I guess I have to go where the arrow points. Right, well, there's the Earth, I guess. There's the moon. Just need to do that, I guess. Well, I do see I am now just now noticing a map on like the bottom left. That's what that's supposed to be. Also seeing a green exclamation mark on top of the Earth. I'm not sure what's up with that. Let's see. Also visited Dark Asteroid. The dwarf planet in the asteroid belt. Well, I think that's a little bit farther ahead. Can we visit that? Or do we need to like... Ooh. Oh, we can just careen into the asteroid belt. You can shoot asteroids with missiles by pressing Y. Well, we can try, but apparently not anymore. I did it a few times, and I don't know if I was supposed to be looking for something in my HUD to tell me like how many missiles I had, but the button doesn't seem to be doing much anymore. You can also find a 9th planet. What does that say? But ignore Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Why does he not like calling Pluto a planet? Is that the joke through going further? Also notice that no matter how much I mess around in like the quest list, apparently the quest that I have permanently selected is the one that's on the top there. Okay, I guess this... You know, I forgot about the arrow. I guess this is a dark asteroid. And now we find the 9th planet. Or at least I don't think I guess this is all like just part of the tutorial, because I don't really see any stakes so far. Oh, is that the 9th planet? Guess so. Now we need to visit a city. Quest type, what city visit? On Earth, is that what that says? I'd probably be more interested in visiting a city that was somewhere other than Earth, but... Oh, orbit. Okay. There's satellite, moon, info, no instruments available. No info available on the Earth, that's kind of exceptional. And land the probe. 1 sec, let me just check this. Okay. Boy, landing automatically. So, I guess I shouldn't be touching anything right now, and I'm not. What? Oh. To use rubber, which I'm not sure why you would, considering assuming that you're a human. Hey, that's not the skin color I chose, or the hair color that I chose. What's up with that? I'm an astronaut. No way. Sand Bobs. Is that what that guy said? Who did this? Can I help you? But there's something else in the middle that keeps going away. When you... Oh, have you tried Songbringer? Such a great game. Oh, I see. Sorry, I cannot talk, I'm very busy. Not even to you. Want me to believe in aliens when the media still claims the Earth isn't flat? Well, do they all say that here? I probably shouldn't even bother addressing that. What is this? Oh, there you go. I'm guessing that half of this dialogue is just like auto-generated. Yes, how do I leave this place? I just go back the same way I came. Is that the only way to leave? I guess so. Oh. What if I don't go into a city? What do I land here? Okay, I can deploy a rover on Earth, I guess. Don't forget to return to the probe. Does the rover go... Yeah, navigate all terrain independently of the slopes. I'll have to return to the probe though. Unable to open what? Oh, there we go. I not enter the probe, micro materials. No. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit finicky, you might say. I guess I just hold up now to go back to orbit. Yeah, apparently so. Oh, just cutscene where you just return to the ship seamlessly. Alright, let's try to do the rest of these missions, I guess. Not sure how much more of this game I'll see after that. So you open your tablet and you just like press tab to open it, or autoclicking true or false. I'm not sure what autoclicking means. No, your mobile device, full blah blah blah, press L. Did I not do that yet? Guess not. Lore book. What's in the lore book? Human. Intelligence level 8. Planet Earth, shape Hercules 1. Carbon-based life forms that are made up of mostly water and a powerful energy called the human spirit that has yet to be properly studied. Wow. And... can't hold down to just keep scrolling down, so I have to do it manually. But wow, apparently there's quite an incredibly extensive lore encyclopedia to unlock here. I don't even know if I'm still going down or if it's just stuck and not really telling me. Oh. I think I just quit out of the game by accident because I just like... hit escape again. Hold on a second. If I were to go back into the game right now, just hypothetically... I think I'll go ahead and pass. But yeah, that was Stelaxy. I'll have to... well, I'm always kind of on the lookout for like very, very obscure sources for video game music that might be at least somewhat enticing just on the merit of the music, so I'll probably actually check out the artist's Bandcamp eventually, but... well, that was that game. Oh boy. Wonder what other games I have on here that I might actually be interested in. Go back to my page thingy. Let's see. You all... I sort them... bought, claimed, and gifts. Yeah, that's the one. I don't think I can sort them though. It's like in the order that I got them. And there's like no other options, but... I guess in that note I could just go ahead and like go to the bottom of this place. I'm trying to figure out... oh boy. Try and figure out which of these I downloaded first, or claimed first, I guess. So it's this one. Or I could... well, I could either do it this way, or I could look at the ones that are like download only without being able to claim them. Figure out what their pages are on here, but right now let's see. Completely of the ones that I was able to claim. The oldest one, or at least the one that I claimed first. This thing is called Shapes and Beats, which is kind of a curious title because I am reminded of a game called Just Shapes and Beats that I'm pretty sure is commercial. And on a larger scale, I mean. Something tells me that there's no real connection between the two, but let me go ahead and look at the game page and see what this says. Some beats, Unity package, and Doesn't say too much. Avoid all pink objects when opacity 100%, whatever that means. I suppose we'll find out. I'm about to go into build PC and I'm about to run this thing. Find out. Wait, that's a small window. Oh dear, that's really loud. Hold on, just... So I'm gonna have to go into the volume mixer for this one. Not sure what's happening, but apparently just running the thing is enough to start whatever this is. Alright, I'm forced to assume because of what I'm seeing right here that I died or something. Oh, I guess that's me. Yeah, I'm a little glowing dot. Okay, so I need to avoid all the pink shapes when they hit opacity 100. That's what that meant. That thing that I saw on the... oh shit. So it's like a bullet hell. Oh my god, it's this incredibly popular hit video game Undertale by Toby the Fox. Is that what I'm looking at here? If not, then it's clearly a massive ripoff. I guess I get like multiple hits here because I'm pretty sure that I have messed up a few times here. I guess if you get like become completely pink, yeah, that's when you lose. Simple enough, I guess. So I'll do it one more time. So you just start, you do get a little bit of invincibility, I guess, when you start out. I gotta say, I guess this is kind of randomized for the most part. I don't think it's, yeah, it's not the same pattern every time. I'm guessing that there's no actual win condition here, it's just like, go for the high score or what have you. Well, pretty simple, but how does fit my purposes? Oh, hey, I got hit once. Well, you do got to get like a little bit of invincibility after you get hit each time, so you can't just get like annihilated in a second. Ooh. Boy, how do you survive this? Even if you make it all the way? I guess you don't. Guess maybe you can get in the middle of these things and not necessarily die, but I think we get the idea. Oh man. I think I'll, I guess, pick a game at random out of the ones that I actually have downloaded in this folder. And I say pick a game at random, what if I do this? If I organize them by what the heaviest game is? Apparently I have one downloaded called She Remembered Caterpillars. And it's nearly 1 gigabyte. Let's see what this one says on the actual game page. Let's see. She Remembered Caterpillars is a fungi punk fantasy about love, loss, and holding on, told in the format of a color-based puzzle game. No kidding. Tale as the bond between parent and child is lush and bewildering. Title will have players testing their wits against a variety of challenges, some devious and others outright nefarious, but all beautiful and very, very strange, apparently. So says David Priemer, I guess, who was the game designer, according to this. Or maybe that was Cassandra Coe, who apparently was the story, according to this. All time for me to be very, very judgy after that introduction. I unpack this. Try to run it. This might actually take a minute to extract, so... What else do I have here, just to take a look at it? Not necessarily actually extracted yet, but... Apparently there's something else called No Delivery that I might take a look at. For the same reason, that being that I want to find out why this takes up so much space. Alright, so that other one. Now, delivery is a procedurally generated CRPG, no kidding. Pizzeria simulator where you are the newest in a long line of employees for a local decrepit pizza parlor. Despite the rumors, shady history, and missing persons cases, you sign up for the night shift because it pays slightly more. All the kids' birthday parties should have ended by then. Luckily, it'll just be a boring job in an empty pizzeria, right? Yeah, this doesn't remind me of anything at all. Let's see. Is this thing finished extracting yet? Okay, yes it is. Let's check this one out first, and maybe we'll go to the other one. Oh boy, no. With a little bit higher than 640 by 480, I think. We'll go with, I don't know. Go with this. And we will try to capture this also. Also, by the way, if you have not done so, do remember that I do have a thing on my Discord trying to figure out what, actual game I want to play next. That's, Xenoblade X, which I'm not gonna drop. I'm just gonna keep that to, I guess, trying to stream on the weekend if I can actually manage to keep doing that, or at least stream once a week alongside something else. Put up a poll on my Discord if you haven't looked at that yet. I urge you to do so because I think all the options that I have right now are tied. Yes, that is indeed the case, but for now. I need to focus this? Yes, I do. Okay, there we go. Let's see what this does. I mean, if they stay tied, I'll probably just like do an RNG thing to figure out which one to do. Or the ones that have been voted on. But if at all possible, I would prefer not to do that. Let's see. Oh man. Yeah, this certainly looks like it'll be artsy. Then at last the mother of Mold, the hound of 9 names, and the quiet came to an age. The mother would guard the earth and all the things that slept beneath the soil. Hound, the scar, the plains, and the half-eaten mountains, and the quiet would rule the spaces between breaths. The second between thoughts says 3:15. At least I think that's a 1:5 in the Book of 9. Okay. But do we just do anything, or do we just click on things? I guess we just click on things. It's like one of those games where you just have to like find the right order to move things along in, like... I'm thinking of stuff where it's like, I don't know, grow... I think they're called the grow games, where you can just like do a bunch of different things. Not just by clicking, but the actual puzzle is like to figure out the correct order to do them in. Wonder if that's this, like, okay, so you can go across the red bridges. Is that all you have to do, or what about you? What if I get you to go across all the blue bridges? Oh, I guess you just have to get them to the white platforms at the end, and I guess that's it. Humanity cried out in their hunger. The mother of Mold answered. She gave them the flesh of the children, the meat of their young. I don't think I need my keyboard for this. Humanity ravenous took them into their teeth and their lungs, and the mother saw it was good. Good smell. Why does that name sound familiar, but I feel like it's part of a new joke that I never actually understood. Okay, so now we got one of these guys. Oh hey, hey, Sarah Robin. Why do I not follow you? Hello. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for following. And welcome in. Welcome to this sample platter of, free stuff from HIO that's quarantine related, and yeah, looks like this purple one can go through both of these colors, over both of these colors. Third grow game, and I've thought of Luke Knutsman. I do remember the name Luke Knutsman from like the Mike days, but I'm actually sure what that guy did. But let's see. Well, how you doing, Sarah? Isn't it like really late for you where you are? I mean, I'm not one to speak on that front, but what did sunlight taste like? But it's not actually a... But it was a taste, darling, it was a metaphor. Not really following that statement. Let's see, hold on. Check, okay, there's one of these blue dudes here. We can just, like, put him over here, I guess. And... Oh, April Fools. Gotta leave for a bit. Get pranked, bro. Well, alright. Default. From Mike days, he did Grow Games and Angry Birds and other stuff. I'm not sure what Grow Games refers to in that context, but maybe it's related to the one I'm thinking of, because I'm thinking of like Flash games, but I think they were Japanese, I don't even know. I think they were basically like a genre of Flash game where, or at least a series of Flash games where you have like a bunch of different options you can pick, like having, like adding stuff to an environment and then like different things happen and the order in which you do it affects how the like all the things that happen, and the puzzle is basically to figure out the correct order to good. It is pretty late, but it's okay. I messed up my sleeping routine in this quarantine. How do you how's it going? That's it. Yeah, that's the thing that I remembered, but funnily enough, I don't remember if I ever actually played those games specifically. Just like other Flash games that had that same kind of idea. I was going to go here, but I don't know if that's like... But yeah, I mean, I basically have been pretty bad about messing up my sleep routine, not even just during the quarantine or because of the quarantine, but because... I'll just send this one all the way over here, I guess. It's no problem. But just because I've been doing like stuff that doesn't require me to leave the house for a while. And I actually spent like the last 3 days forcing myself to break out of a bad sleep cycle, so... But mostly I'm doing alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, the hound is standing out the door. 5, 6, 7, 8, hurry into your little beds. The hound will eat those who are late. Oh, look at that irregular meter. One of his grow bids, he kinda parodied Mike. Toot, oh boy. Probably have to look into that then, that actually sounds vaguely familiar. Wait, hold on, what is this? What are these things? Okay. They stop the blue one from going through, but they don't care about the other ones. Interesting. Well, I guess that's it. I have to go this way. Anyway, there. True that you'll die one day. I worded yes, I'm afraid so, but it's not such a bad thing. If no one died, there would be no room for anyone new. Well, depending on how you consider, you know, the cycle of matter and biological matter to work, and just the biological processes that make reproduction possible, that's kind of true and false at the same time. I don't know, I probably shouldn't just read too much into that, but it tells me that the people who make this game don't really intend for me to do that anyway. Okay, that guy can just do that, but with these two I do have to like make them like this. Wow. There's no shame in tears. I wonder how many stages this actually has, because I'm guessing it's not going to be that long based on the fact that it's one of these games. But let's see. 1, 2, 4. Go anywhere, yes. You can go anywhere, but it's gonna get stopped by all these. Doesn't can go. So I'm guessing the both of these are gonna have here. In this one, I'm gonna have to go down here because I think it's the only one that can get there. Okay. The bridges, and you can only cross the bridges. Okay. I think this one is gonna be it's the only one that can get there. That isn't the red one, but only the red one can get here, so that one has to go. We did it. Oh boy. Okay, so each of these little hexagon things is for one of the puzzles. Just solved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Act 1. What will await us in Act 2? Also not quite sure what the actual, well, at least until I saw this I was gonna see, I'm not quite sure what the actual gameplay, how it relates to these vignettes that we see here. Yeah, these microparasites. Mycoparasites, excuse me. You can merge characters, okay. Some new mechanics here. Okay, so you have to do that to make them get across, and then you just separate them because that's the only way that you can, I guess, fill out both of these and have them get past this thing. You can see where the fungus has penetrated cerebral tissue. If you pare down the mold, we might just be able to. Can you mix 2 red ones together? No, you can only if they're different colors. We're gonna have to, yeah, this guy through. And that, and then. Okay, you need to go there, I think. Come here, merge with this dude, then. Oh. Right, you need to. I do need to come here and merge with this dude, and then lead him over here, and then unmerge. Then you can get all the way over here, and you can get here. There we go. Oh, whoops. To understand this question about Worth, I know he wasn't a good father, blah blah blah. Not really following along with the vignettes right now. Disappointed that I didn't follow you before. Watching you play and talk is super relaxing. Well, thanks. But honestly, I don't think it would have made that much of a difference, considering that this is like the first stream that I've done in like, I don't know, 2 weeks. When was the last time I streamed, actually? Because I was March 22nd. Okay, so closer to about a week, but still. I'm meaning to stream a lot more than I have been recently, but I'm stuck with trying to undo the very dumb mistake of messing up my sleep schedule, which I do constantly. Cool. So only this one can get through. Okay, I think I see what I gotta do. I need like merge 2 of these and one. Hold on. Okay, so here's the problem. There's only one of the blue ones, and only the blue one can get here. I think Okay, I see what I can do here actually. I'm gonna leave you here and get across, and then I need to... I need to come here. I think this is gonna work here. Okay, I'm gonna leave the red one here. Yeah. Okay, the red one is selected. Then there we go. And I can just do this. No readings, nothing. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's time we... Well, at least they don't really take up that much time. That much room. Oh boy. How is this gonna work? Okay, I think I do know how this is gonna work. To get the two blue ones over here, because they're the only ones I can get back here. The red ones down here. Do that. Let's see. Purple ones can cross everything, right? They can cross the bridges. They also get blocked by all of the barriers. So I don't need to get the two blue ones here. I know that. Okay, I think bring this dude over here. Can... oh yeah, that's right. I say that's right, but that actually doesn't. Okay, there we go. I was thinking about this kind of the wrong way. Merge now. Never mind, I think I solved it, so I just need to get... gotta come here, and yeah, those guys can get over there without any problems now. For some reason I thought that was gonna be harder when I first looked at this, but I guess it makes sense that it wasn't with how complex this is so far, or at least that stage was. This, on the other hand, I can see right off the bat that we just need to get all of these guys over top part, but how are we gonna accomplish that? Okay, you know what, merge again. So we just cross the bridges first. Okay, so we can come over here, but... Okay, hold on a second. No, not you. Get the purple one. What if I do this first? Up here... Yeah, it doesn't really make a difference though, does it? How am I gonna get this guy away from here? I need to... How am I gonna get this guy out of here? Hold on. Well, not this way, evidently. Hold on. Here... Okay. One merge, red one. Okay, now you come through here and... That guy's out of there. I guess I'm gonna leave him there. Now the question is, how am I gonna be able to... Get this guy back over here to merge with one of the other ones. This guy can't cross. Yeah, only the purple one can cross those. The red one or the purple one can cross, but not the blue one. Trying to solve the puzzle too, by the way. Wait, I actually managed to do that. Or I do. Depending on how this goes. Like, I think objectively right now my only option is to merge these two together again and go this way, but then of course the lead one behind. Actually, hold on a second. I think I am. That's not a bad idea. What if I do this? What if I kind of do the same and retrace my steps, but instead of leaving them both on this side, I leave one of them here. Okay, hold on. If I do that, my only option is to... And the red one is kind of stuck in this same range. Like this guy can down here, slightly to the left, but not much farther than that. I can send this guy all the way here, but like this guy can't cross the blue bridge, the purple bridge, so he's kind of stuck up here. But if I unmerge here, then he's completely stuck, so he can't cross any of the things that are behind or next to him. Right, what if I do something that might be a little... What if I leave this guy here? At this point, that's the only thing that makes kind of sense. That kind of makes sense, I mean. The only thing that's different, pretty much. I'm gonna get this guy over there without... Hold on. Get over here. Alright. If I leave this guy... No. The guy right there and this again. And that guy is out of there. Get this guy over here. See if I try to move this guy over here, okay. Not you. Here's a problem. If I merge with either of them, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have the same result, so... I think I solved part of it, but the next part is how do I get this blue guy in the middle to be in the top part instead. Those scary car noises, because that happens. Alright, that's the problem, isn't it? This guy, the blue guy, has free reign down here. Most parts, in like the whole bottom right, but not the red guy. And merge here. That make a difference. I can't merge two of the same color together. No, I can't. I think that solves anything. Okay, I do like try to approach same approach, but from the other angle. Let's get the blue guy over this side and move over there. Better. This guy here. But then this guy's kind of stuck over here, I think. Okay, I think I did this in the wrong order. I think this one should have been left, like the blue one on top should have been left and where the red one is now. Maybe. Let me imagine this for a second. If that were the case, then this guy could move over to the right side, and they'd both be on the right side, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure that would solve it. So I'm gonna have to like do this again. But at least I think I can. I'm already at the point where I can see what to do. Oh, not that way. This way. In fact, I don't even have to. No, I do have to do this. Hold on. Leave this guy here. Right. Merge with this guy, and we're both on the right side, and then actually I don't even need to move this guy back. I can just do it now. Not you. There we go. Alright. How fitting is that? That comes right after the stage that I said, hey, that wasn't as difficult as I thought it was gonna be, and then the next one actually took me a while. That's fitting. I wonder what the next 4 will be like. You know, the problem with growing up is realizing that your parents are just humans. See that long? Well, I guess a new color enters in. Fix these two and make orange? I can. Blue, but... Can I mix the 3 together and make something else, like blue and yellow? It makes green. Okay, not really, I can only mix 2, not 3. Am I gonna get the... hold on. I think it's like this. Stay here. That's all you have to do. Now what? So now this is gonna be able to get past this, but not this. That's the thing. Maybe I need to get the red one to the top. No, not like this. You need to do it like this first, I think. Yeah. This probably makes sense. There we go. I can just send this one over to this side and this one over to that side, and that's it. Apparently there's some backstory going on with someone's father, but I don't know. Oh man. It looks simple, which means that it probably won't be. Looks like the blue one is gonna have some problems getting places. Oh. And the yellow won't do anything right now. This could be solvable immediately, if not for the blue barrier right here, but that's easy. But what would be step 1 here? That's a question. This. Okay, what would be step 2? Question. Go that way, which makes sense, but what if you mix the blue one with the other one? I won't be able to go that way. Go this way partially. I don't know if this is what I want to do, but I might as well try it. Here's the problem. I need to be one of the non-blue ones here so that they can go in the past the gates. And the same goes for like the top part. I've already done that there, but then I'm pretty sure the only one the blue one can get to is the one that's in the... I guess this can work? No, that doesn't work. Hold on. Yeah, that doesn't work. It's a problem. What if I do it the other way? Might work, actually. Might work if I do it like this, but then the problem is that he can't get to the thing, so I might have done this in the wrong order. Hold on. Okay, mix these two together again. And up here again. Bring this dude down here to mix with the blue one, and then leave him down here after mix with the blue one. I think that's it. It's not too difficult. Nope, dang it. Need to go around, please. I think that's it. Go here, you go here, and you go here. That's it. That was not as complicated as the other one. No idea how many nights I'd spent turning imaginary conversations around in my head, hoping they'll click together and I'd figure out words to say, and I wish I could figure out why some of this stuff is written the way it is. Okay, so... Well, gee, this looks deceptively welcoming with the purple gates, but... Only 3 dudes, right? Yeah, there are. How do we get one of them down here? And leave one of them down here. Any of them except for the... Maybe we need to get the blue one down here. No, I don't think we can get the blue one down here, even no matter how we try, because... only the purple one can get down there, I guess. Not the purple one, the orange one. Needs to leave. The red one needs to leave. Could possibly be this simple, could do what? Okay, I think I misinterpreted the purple gates. I think I misinterpreted the purple gates. Got that. Okay, so... hold on a second. I guess we need to leave... Yes, we need to leave the blue one down here, because he's the only one who can... No, wait, that doesn't make sense, because the blue one can't get down here. And so we need to leave the red one down. Right. And then you... hold on a sec, because I think the only one who can possibly get to the top left is the yellow one, 'cause the only one that's not gonna get repelled by the purple gate, I guess. And that's where he starts, which is like doubly deceptive. But if he definitely goes there, then who goes up the... I guess that would be the... no. Really don't know. I think we need to... these two together. I think hold on a second. Now even if he's merged into the orange one, it still doesn't let him through. So this is the only guy that's gonna be able to come up here. Pretty sure, I think this is even like how the whole thing started, so we need to move this down here so that he can hold on. It occurs to me that we need to do what I just did to get the red guy down here, but the triangle guy can just like walk all the way back. Oh no, he can't because he needs to go through the red gate. Oh, but it doesn't matter. He can just merge again through this. Now, scale the way back here. I don't know if he needs to do it right now, but let's see. Having done that, do this, and then what? At this point, I'm mostly convinced that... well, hold on a second, actually, no. If we leave the blue one up here, right, then merge these two one more time, and then I think this... I don't even know if we need to go all the way around like I just did, but... and just walk down here and come here, yeah, that's it. I feel like I'm doing a lot more movement than I really need to in some of these, but oh well. Boy. Not really having an easy time visualizing what this is supposed to look like as a whole, like I guess the... like all these hexagon patterns on the background are below these platforms. That's what I'm looking at there, but I don't know, it's weird. This is 2, right? Yeah, this is 2 mixed together, so it's 4 total? Yeah, it's 4 total. Oh boy. It's gonna take me a while too, I suspect. So, this one, I'm pretty sure the purple one doesn't let me through if I have blue or red in my component, so it's only gonna let me through if I'm yellow. And... okay, I feel like part of the puzzle here is just gonna be getting blue and red together, which I just did. And then what? I can do this. I'm almost done, but I need to get the red guy over here too, which I can do by... hold on, actually. We're saying that if I get blue over here, like down here. Okay, I think I might see us a little bit. Let's mix these two together. Okay, this wasn't gonna let me through, but it might let me through if I'm purple, right? Hold on. Will it let me through if I'm purple? No, it will not. Never mind. That was a fault. How am I gonna get the red one out of here? It's the only way is by doing this. Oh, whoops. Send this one like this, but it's just kind of in a situation where it's not all that different. I'm kind of stuck with the opposite problem. So I can either leave the red, and I keep looking at it and I'm like pretty much convinced that the only way to get the red out of here is by crossing this bridge. So I guess I have to assume that's what I have to do first, but of course it then becomes what do I do next? Way to get back in there is this. I really need to get both of them in there. Unintuitive as that sounds. Then triangles over on this side. Cross here and be here. I don't know. Red needs to stay over there. Guess we cross like this. I think this works actually. The blue one can cross, and now the blue one can cross. This guy over, and then pretty sure that yeah, this gate is gonna stop the yellow one. So okay, there we go. I think I solved it. Don't go. What the fuck are you doing? I don't want to go down there. This way. There we are. There you go there, and I go. I don't remember like what the different positions were when this started, but guess I solved it. I wonder if that was actually the end or not. Oh boy, there's more. I'm not sure if I want to do like all of this right now. I'm gonna take up quite a bit more time if I just keep going with it. Hold on a second, if I go to the page for this thing, which I don't have open anymore. But I can easily go back to by doing this, I think. I wonder. These things that are on here could help me figure out how long this actually is, but I guess I can just keep going with it. Do at least one more of these acts. Maybe I'll switch it up if it still doesn't end. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. What is this thing? White. Just can't cross. We can, hold on. Oh, there we go. It's something we can only cross while that thing is there. a new mechanic. I forgot how these things worked momentarily. This is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Let's do this, but I think we actually started off like this, didn't we? Of course, the problem now is that if I do this, we're just gonna be in the same situation that I was just a second ago. This blue guy on the right can't get across to where it needs to be. Well, I think I might see something that might be a good idea to do. Yeah, over here. Plus. Well, here. Now what? I was thinking a good thing would be to leave one of the blue guys up where the red guy is right now, but how do I get them over there in the first place? I think I know actually how. I've really been looking at the answer, but not realizing it. Like that. And just do this. Red guy up. This guy. This side, and now we can just do this. I see two switches. This one. Good. They both need to be pressed at once. Okay, yeah. Two switches and they both need to be pressed at once to activate the one bridge that they're apparently linked to. Okay, he's gonna be the only one that will be able to get back here, I think. And this guy is also gonna be the only one that's gonna get back here. I think the only problem is gonna be getting this guy down here. And then being able to get this guy back over there. I think we'll do it like this. Right. Come over here. Stay there. And I don't know what of these two. What's that? I'm not sure if I'm doing this in the right order, but I guess not. I guess not necessarily, no. I know what words I'm saying, but... Okay. Need to leave this guy here, actually, so... Stay there. See, no, I need... See, no, yeah, I do need to leave that guy there. Just like switch positions up here by doing this. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. would be pretty well rounded if it ended on 20 levels. What's this button? Is it just for like, oh, options, quit, exit, or reset? I guess quit is just like a level. What options do we have? Blur, effects, music, sound, and English. Or these other languages? I think we'll just stick to what we have. Didn't even notice that button, or at least bother to press that. I thought it was just gonna be for like, I don't know, screen. Well, this symbol doesn't exactly tell me options, but... Okay, let's see. We got 3... We only got 3, actually. That means this will be exceedingly simple, he lied. First we need to get somebody over to the left side, I think. Figure out what that switch does. Or not. Are we gonna get this triangle guy anywhere other than the... I guess we're gonna have to activate the switch first to get him away from his first little range that he's confined on. Let's do that. Okay, hold on. If I get the blue guy off of the switch right now and I get this... Can't really get him all the way over there either, because there's this red thing in the way. Does it mean? So if I get the red guy to step off the switch, then he's completely stuck on this island. And the blue guy is completely stuck on this island, and yeah, they're all completely confined, so that doesn't help. Like, merge these two together and get them back over here, but... Also bring them up here, but I'm not sure what... how that helps. I guess we can just, like... This one's melting my brain, boy. Like, the big question right now, I think, is just how do I get the yellow guy off of the, like, on the bottom left, because I think that's where he needs to go. I don't know how. Get him there. I think the only way is by making him cross the white bridge, but... Like, how do we get that switch pressed and the one on the other side? So we tried this before, but like, this doesn't really do anything. Can't cross there, we can't cross there, we can only cross back here if we're the blue guy and only the blue guy. Like, we send, if like separate the red guy and the blue guy on the right side, then how do we get either of them to the left side to step on the switch? Guy steps up and he can't do anything. Isn't a miraculous state where they can both like fuse together? like 3, no. No, not you. Stay there. Actually, hold on. I didn't think of this before. Oh no, you stay there. You can't even go the right way. Leave the red guy down here. You can. There we go. This can happen. I think I managed to get through the first part of that at least. Or not. Oh no, but what we need to do here is have him cross with this, and then we can send the red guy back to step on the switch, and now we can go over here. Of course, now the question becomes that these guys over here, does he need to stay there? Or... Next part of the puzzle is going to be how do we get these two back together. Okay, I can get this guy up here, I guess, like this, to step on the switch on this side. Oh, whoops, no, you stay there. Go down here and then go around. That's how that's supposed to go. Okay. I guess we can just do this now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that was not quite how I expected that would end, but that works. Hooray, we did it. No good to anyone if you're dead. Just like me. So now we got 3 people, yeah. And 1 switch. 1 bridge. Okay, let's see how this is gonna work. Work. 8 different ways of pronouncing the same thing, which I am bad at, generally. Let me see. Go to the top left and the top right with the blue guy, but... I guess this is a good step 1. This can only be crossed with, like I'm guessing I'm gonna have to fuse the blue guy and one of the triangle guys together to get one of them across to where one of these switches on the top is, and then unfuse. Okay, I think I might have a plan here. No, not that. If I can somehow... Okay, get these 2 down here. Start. So again, one of you cross over there. We ran that intoxicating stream. What a reminder that I don't know how much longer it's gonna be until I actually get around to playing that game. And though I've had it for ages. What's gonna do? Hold on. I can't get through there because I'm fused, and yeah. Gonna stop me. Now I can make these 2 switch places, but I don't think that'll actually help. Right, hold on, what if we do this? Let's just test this, I guess. See how it works. We can do that, right. And now we have a bit of a problem because we need to get back down there. What if we do this, but... Bring this guy back down here for the time being. And not fuse with the other one. But I think we're pretty much in the same situation that we were just a minute ago. Leave this guy here, I guess. Cross back. Ooh, this might work actually. Hold on. Over here so that we here and no, this isn't really just gonna work, or maybe no, it isn't. To wait this guy to fuse for the blue guy to cross that, and but even if that were to happen, then the blue guy couldn't get back through anything down here. Not you. And have this guy cross all the way around except through the green platform at this point. Bridge. I'm guessing that the blue guy will have to end up in... Well, it would make some sense for the blue guy to end up on the bottom, but... Yeah, because I'm stuck there, but it doesn't matter because... Shit. Actually, I have no idea. Here. And fuse together, but then I'm stuck, so I need someone to be stepping on the switch. Actually, I think I see something that makes sense. Like, I feel like I've been doing this backwards the entire time. I think I need to leave a guy, yeah. You know what, let me just use the reset to fucking level, because I think that'll just make this faster, okay. Yeah, I think what we need to do is... I don't know, bring this guy down here. Start with... all the way around, because we can't go through the blue gate. The guy up here, which is the opposite of what I did at first. Then we have a different problem. Yeah, I think at this point all we have to do is get all of this, but get the blue guy and the bottom triangle guy onto the bottom part of the platform, and then we pretty much won. But how do we do that? Playing this guy again. Just a second. Not sure why, to be perfectly honest. Just cross. Let's do this and cross that bridge. Not you. I think that accomplished anything. I think I just did the same thing that I did at the beginning, but I've gone in a circle now. No, no, fuck. Be there. Let me go up there. Right. We need wanted the triangle dudes to stay up here, but then... How do we get this guy back up there? Or back over there? Need to merge together to get the blue guy on the left side, but then how do we get the triangle guy back on the right side? Then how do we do that exact setup, but... We have two triangle guys here on the top right. Middle. I think that solves anything. Or does it? Or not? They're all down here, even though I'm pretty sure this is something we can do right from the beginning, so no, I don't think I have done anything. Like I'm very close and yet very far to actually, you know, getting to where I need to be. We can't cross. That's one of the big problems. This is the other big problem. And this is the third big problem. I can't even cross that while I'm fused, so that's another problem. I can stay up here, but then... the thing is, that's not what we're supposed to do. This is what we're supposed to do, but then what the fuck? Not you, though. Hold on, have I? Because I can do this, but the problem is it doesn't really help. Because I do need one of my... do need somebody to be stepping on the switch. And I don't know how I'm going to accomplish that. Just leave this guy who's the only one who can get there from here, stepping on the switch, then I'm stuck in all directions, except going back across and getting the other guy to fuse with, which defeats the purpose. Guess it's literally the other option, so... You can also theoretically, like, I don't know, send one of these dudes to... one of the triangle guys to, like, this side from here. No, not that way, this way. But I'm not sure what that will even accomplish, like... really not good because the bridge is down. I'm determined to solve this one, but I think this will be the last puzzle in this game that I solve, even if it's not actually the last one. At least for now. Leave that guy over there, but what does that actually accomplish? You can't move anywhere except there. Hold on, did I just solve it? And I'm a fucking idiot. Hold on, I think I better been up. Like, doing this entirely the wrong way, or assuming it's entirely the wrong... yeah, I think so. That's what I was supposed to be doing the whole time. Doing it backwards. Alright, that was fun. There's another one. Oh, I think this is where we're gonna leave it off for now. Actually, hold on, let me just go to the, quit. All chapters have been saved, yeah. Oh, quit is the one that exits out of the application. I thought it was gonna be the one that, puts you in the menu. I'm gonna start this up again for a second just so I can actually verify that this is, yeah, this actually did save. I'm pretty sure there's more after this, so I don't think I'm actually gonna be continuing along with that was She Remembered Caterpillars, which is one of the HIO giveaway thingies, which I don't know if it's being given away anymore, but I got it when it was. There's a demo now. Not sure if this shows up in my like owned games thing. I'm guessing it doesn't, or else I wouldn't have downloaded it. But this might actually still be available. I don't know if it's temporarily available or permanently so. Oh shit! Hold on. Maybe it's actually permanently free. I don't know. Oh yeah, that was that game. I do like me some puzzle games, and ever do something like, I don't know, play The Witness on stream, which I am actually fairly tempted to because I've been going through like some of the missed games on my own time, and there's a certain odd pervading appeal to them. I get the feeling it wouldn't be all that different to The Witness if, for example, I ever decided to play that on stream. I get the feeling there would be a lot of time where it's just like me trying to figure out what the heck I'm supposed to be doing, though. But for now, let's return to the present and look at the other game that I was looking at just a second ago. And by just a second ago, I mean before I started the last game that I was playing, which is No Delivery. I'm gonna go look at the page for that one more time. Yes, search, even though I did this already. This one is still free to download. Not sure until when. Until tomorrow at 12:59 AM, whatever that means. You can still grab this one for free. It's a procedurally generated CRPG pizzeria simulator where you're the newest blah blah blah. And it's still extracting, but it should be done in about, it says about 30 seconds, but I think it's closer to about, I don't know, 20 seconds. It's not a big difference. Maybe not, I don't know. It's kind of moving along with an acceptable degree of smoothness, but then it got stuck at 78 and now 79. There's apparently nearly 2,000 items that need to be extracted, even though it's less than a gigabyte. Guess we can bring back the soundtrack temporarily while I wait for this to complete. Also, I haven't been missing anything from the thingy, have I? I don't think so. One has redeemed the hydrate thing yet tonight. Actually having fun hearing your thoughts while figuring out puzzles. Yeah, I don't know, for some reason I think that generally puzzle games that go kind of slower aren't necessarily that fun to stream. Oh yeah, there we go, as if on cue. Redbird773 has redeemed the hydrate command, which is going to prompt me to open up my bottle of mineral water and then close it up again immediately, because apparently it was threatening to spill out, but now it isn't anymore, so here we go. did it. Is it actually done extracting now? I hope it is. There we go. Now delivery version 1.01. Wonder what engine this runs on. It might be like an RPG Maker thing, I don't know. Just look at this window. And based on the look of this this title screen that just came up. Hold on. Game, are you gonna let me capture you this way, or do I need to do this? 1.1, I guess this one. Oh, that's the folder, that's not what I'm after. Well, let me try refreshing. There it goes, now it works for some reason. So this one is gonna size up, there we go. Quite fun because I was solving them too, I like those games a lot. Yeah, I do like them a lot, but I don't know. Just feel like sometimes when I'm streaming them, I don't necessarily sound as entertaining to myself as I feel I should be, but I don't know, that's just me. Oh boy, yeah, this looks very RPG Maker-y to me. Always dash command remember RPG and volume. I'm going to just leave these on defaults and see what happens. Sensitivity warning. This game contains flashing, strobing lights and effects. You may toggle the filter accordingly. I guess we're gonna keep the filter on. Content advisory, if you care about that, you should probably not be here. I don't know. I don't know, man, I need to look at the exe file or something to be sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's... the folder looks like it's... an exe. It doesn't really have a lot of stuff that screams RPG Maker, but I guess we'll see. The subfolders are locales and www, which is apparently where all of the actual game data is. Locales has a bunch of .pack files, whatever those are. Let's see. It's about making the most of your impending doom. You will not always be equipped for the encounters ahead, and escape may be the only viable options. Employees will die, and your progress and actions are permanent. This game supports an autosave feature. Please do not close the game when the below icon is visible. I'll dream of it. We got here. Graphics. Hello, Steez. Or nothing. The Sony Pizzeria. Man, if only I had the Italian hands emote. You would like to order a pizza. But I think I've just been too lazy to like actually get any custom BTTV or Frankerface stuff. What crust do you prefer? Deep dish, thick crust, or thin crust? I think we'll go with thin crust. Yeah, regular pizza place. Enjoy your cracker. And what would you like on it? Plain cheese, pepperoni, pineapple, oh dear. Anchovies are boneless. That's supposed to be a... an internet meme joke, or like... putting actual boneless wings on the pizza. I'm guessing it's gonna be the former, if I actually pick that, so I'm not going to... pepperoni. Alright. Can't beat the salty classics, the most vanilla pizza imaginable. Wanted a regular pepperoni pizza, sure. Listen, we have this pepperoni, so like it or not, you're getting pepperoni. What time you wanna swing by to pick it up? Do I mean? There is no delivery. Which is kind of exceptional for a pizza place, at least not now. Hey, you. Yeah, you there. You're hired. I guess I'm just gonna contradict myself. Right. saw you training video. Congratulations. If you're viewing this tape, that means you were recently hired as our latest employee. Before getting started, here are a few fundamental elements of employment all aspiring employees should know. Professionalism. You conduct yourself among the guests and your peers. Always willing to please a professional employee knows the best way to navigate social situations, within policy limits, of course. Competence refers to the level of technical skill and the ability to follow directions. It ranges from serving orders on time to the rates the dishes are washed. Model employee always gets a deed done, no matter how dirty. Wait. Mostly fun is the lengths an employee is willing to go to create a family-friendly environment. It includes making the guests feel invited and welcome to dine with us. This is to create the festive, controlled environment we are known for. So ski-wall. How much more vague 80s, 90s hybrid can you get? Speaking of ways, if you ever take a wrong turn anywhere in the premises, please note that it is outside our realm of responsibility. Includes any stroll, investigation, or extermination related tasks. May occur during said wrong turns. Pose no danger or threat exclusively to the business. In the unlikely event of employee termination, all items and funds of the previous employee will be passed down to their replacement. Okay, now we're actually... Well, we do get the CX buttons, which are very, RPG Maker default, and apparently someone's hanging themselves in this alleyway or whatever this is. We got items, skill, employee file. Professionalism 1, competence 1, fun 1, liability none, fearful, terrified. We can toggle the filter on and off, I guess we'll keep it on though. And skill, delivery boy, no skill, and no item. And we can run with shift. Apparently a lot of hanged people in that alleyway. Professionalism, competence, fun, I guess we'll keep going. We need to get to fun first. To open. Chest heaves slowly. Body moves in an inhuman manner. Guess we can only escape. But we can't escape. Messy Wraith. They missed. Oh, we're almost dead. We can't escape though. Build the rise upon you. Guess we shouldn't have done that. Party sober. Well, I guess we died. You are fired. Certainly was an RPG Maker sound effect. Well, there you go. Notice of termination. So what does that mean? Severance fee is $50. Severance fee. What? It's the opposite of how that works, actually. The charade for the child continues. The establishment beckons. All debts must be repaid, but today's not that day. Okay. We got 50. There's no escape, so as long as you work here. Rolling new employee. Attendant, professionalism 1, competence 1. But we got more fun this time. Liability is 2 left feet, which is -1 comp. Guess startled is not quite the same as terrified. Okay, we're got something different now. Start shift, employee, personnel file. Oh, there you go. It's the same thing we were just looking at. This is actually like a roguelike. I wonder. Oh, damn it, I didn't want to look at that again. I just want to look at the other things under the employee thing. What are we going to discover there exactly? Fire, okay. So maybe not. Wrong turns. Let's see. Open submission so we can move this cursor around, I guess, but not seeing any. Can't move this with the mouse, can we? Sure what that's about yet. What is the menu? Oh, that menu. I guess we can start shift. Just put it in the same... Well, no, it's not the same map, evidently. I wonder about that. Oh, I picked up a piece of trash. Probably best to throw it away properly, I'm not sure where. this? Dirty imprint of a stool. May have been used to reach the window, but it's not there anymore, so I just keep picking up trash in the stall. There's a very large stall of this. Floor sign, smartly used to cover up messes. Messes that can be cleaned up anyway. Just put all this in trash. Trash for green stuff, sure. We can sell all of our trash for money, I guess. I assume we're getting more money. Bring more soon. Vending machine is a familiar sight. Sure, take a look. Get food. Eaten to restore health or thrown to prove a point. Used to gain 1 trash and 1 dish. So we can get more money from consuming them. So we'll get one. This does not open from this side. How very Dark Souls of you. Oh. So what is this? Screenshot. Oh, hey, it's Minecraft Choo Choo that has some writing on it that I can't quite make out. I think part of it says 1102. Not sure about the other part. So we can't go into the other stall, right? Yellow tape bar center, it's stronger than it looks. So we're kind of stuck here. An unsightly crack mars the mirror's surface. Strands of long hair can be found all over the sink. You got 1 razor. I guess we can use the razor for this. There we go. Use the razor. And there's a boss fight impending that we might actually be able to. Putting your hand inside, you strangely feel 2 objects floating around. Well, let's pull the soft object first. The long strands of hair surface from the water. Oh, I see. Well, wouldn't this be the one that's like comes out of toilets, like Hanako or whatever her name is? Nope, apparently it's drowned waiter. Combo, oh boy. Using 2 pizza slices to form a dish that tastes better than it looks. Well, I actually wouldn't doubt that. Rub a spool of tickets around the target, likely to stun, or stolen off one of the arcade machines. The aim is still rigged though. Oh, let's see, we also got trash, I forgot about that. Oh, those are skills, I failed to realize that. Let's attack this time. Oh, we missed. Oh, we have more health than our predecessor though. We're kind of taking a beating. Let's try a wombo combo or not. We need more thing? I don't know, let's try using food. There we go, we got 1 trash and 1 dish, whatever that is. But I don't think we're gonna be able to survive this. Kind of really outmatched here. What about a dish? Used to serving up food good for freebie too. Like, what does that do? Oh, nothing? Yes. Yeah, this enemy's like healing, so we literally can't do shit. I think we're dead, yeah. Party's over. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. I'm not sure if like we're supposed to just keep dying to get stronger and we're eventually gonna be able to go somewhere or not. Currents fee $50. New employee delivery boy. We got fun too, which is not as much as the other one, but then comedian +1 fun, so I guess it's technically a little bit better. Wrong turns. Still not sure what's up with that. What about I don't know, start the night shift. Let's just get right to it. Oh, we're in the same place this time. We're gonna go back to the alley again, I guess. But something tells me we're not really gonna be able to do much more than just keep doing the same thing. Right, sell the dish? I don't know. Yeah, I guess that counts as trash. Lost the severance pay, we didn't actually get it back this time. I don't know why. I guess we just lose all our money when we hold on, because I feel like we might be... Let's try pulling the hard object this time. We got the closet key, probably browned with rust. Okay, never mind, we actually got something different this time. Can do that without triggering a boss fight or what have you. Oh, can we open up this door next, maybe? Oh, unlocked, there we go. Guess we can actually keep going now. It's a personnel dossier for the delivery boy position, probably got lost over time. Contains info on the standards and regulations employees must abide by. That is a Warren martial arts manual from some new franchise. It was a strangely entertaining read. Delivery boy position level up. Oh. Sewer rat style. Why that all present and future employees in the position know this skill? Moldables tool. We can take that because we know where to put it, I think. This comes from the vent. I think we'll leave it alone for now, but we'll pick up more trash. Sure. Another body bag. Let's poke it. Someone there. Listen, I know what this looks like. Please don't cut me loose. I'm still in the middle of gardening just a little more and I can go outside. I see. I mean, there's something behind it, so we cut it loose regardless. We already get another boss fight. Blocks the way. Oh, what a shame. Body bag. What can a body bag possibly do, I wonder? Oh. Apparently, this might actually be beatable, unlike the last fight we were in. So, something else I noticed too is that we're like getting more health whenever we incarnate, or whatever you want to call it. Oh. And there we go. Back to work. $3 found. Trash found. I guess we killed the body bag. We got 3 brooms, whatever that is. Look further inside, you got 2 trash, and I guess that's it. We got extra stuff from the gift box. I'll also try to go in here, but even though that's probably not a good idea. Let's confirm it. Stench flows through the metal patch. It's quite raunchy. Keep going. Actually, let's turn back for now. Can. Maybe we can't. Something approaches from the darkness. You can barely make out the shape as it crawls forward. I think we're about to be forced into an... Oh, Jesus, okay. Vent monster. Sure. No, I get the feeling we're dead, because we're never gonna be able to bring down that health bar. What about, is that fucking Super Mario World sound effect I'm hearing in the background of the beach? That's something. Oh, Surette style. Was that like counter stunt is assumed? Or is that the counter attack for 6, which I guess is better than. Our regular attack, but don't think we're gonna survive anyway. Unless it just keeps missing every time, but would be a bit of a tall order, I think. There we go. Well, we didn't die yet, but there we go. Let's get yet another. You are dragged deeper into the vents. Oh, what? So we're not actually dead. Oh, interesting. What's this? Flickering eye looks at you expectantly. Let's not touch that right now. Let's see what these shiny things are. 1 ticket tart. 3 batteries. 1 razor. 5 ammo. And more trash. So we're gonna have to look at that thing eventually, but first let's see. More dish. More brooms, whatever those are. There's the gift box after that we can grab, and hey, I guess we made it out. Vending machine is a familiar sight. Take a look. Hold on. How are you doing right now? We're at full health somehow. Alright, so I guess it literally didn't matter that we got destroyed by the bed monster. Stack of flashcards behind the desk. They detail different party protocols. And we just... In the event of a disgruntled customer begins to cause trouble, control the situation, find the cause of the issue, say yes, serve any substitutes in stock. Now learn to use subterfuge to avert a messy situation. And monster will visit me in my nightmares tonight. There we go. Also, there's a clown in the bottom right. I guess we can go back in there, check it out. Event a guest does not receive what they order. Not attempt to remedy this issue by preparing the correct order. Instead, let the guest cool off and immerse themselves in the restaurant environment and then proceed to serve whatever's in stock. If the guest is still there, they are willing and able to come back for seconds. If not, that means they were taken care of. Served parties like birthdays call for special treatment. Guests must be placed in the auditorium where they will be treated to a special birthday routine by the onstage cast. A song must be performed for the entire duration of the party. Provided special birthday activities for our guests and prevented another incident. Oh, can't go back in there though. Access Employee of the Month is just a picture of the backdrop. Probably is yet to be determined. Picture of a thumb covering the lens. You can only see a pair of fuzzy feet at the bottom. This one has an older person still putting on their dentures. And picture of a guy who must have sneezed when it was taken. Actually, you can sell more garbage here, I guess. Must cut an animatronic, listen to its routine, sure. Rehearsal protocol engaged. Here's another one. Standard operation requires surfaces clear of foreign contaminants. That's not how you spell that. See another one of me? Would you mind cleaning us up? I'll give you something nice in return. Oh, I see. This. Oh, right, where would you look at this? Not sure what else, what all I'm going to discover here. Oh, I didn't mean to away from that room, but let's see. Up to your first night on the job. Aside from the position you were hired for, all employees have shared responsibilities. These include maintaining cleanliness, disposing of leftover party memorabilia, and general extermination of any attractive pests. Other than that, you have access to anywhere on the premises, except for, you know, locked places. And alright. And that's the end of the script. You got any questions? I thought so. When you unlock the lobby, but you can now return to the manager's console at any telephone. Oh, I see. I don't know, can we save? Make a call? Telephone, I can make calls to the outside. Oh, I guess we can. Restroom or lobby? Be lobby this time. If that's like an actual map of this place that you see in like the wrong turns thing, then I guess it's actually not that large. What about this? Doors open only during showtime. Like try to leave this place by going down here. It's not open from this side. Oh yeah, there's a clown in the bottom right here. Didn't even... That. I feel like that clown face graphic reminds me of something else too. Can't even tell you what. And go back into the vents from here. Man. The balloon? Sure. What could possibly go wrong? Fighting the balloon? Or... I guess we're fighting the heavy balloon. Oh, okay. Got one trash, one dish, one ticket. That's it. Maybe like lose some HP from that. Advertisement for late night television. Catch useful advertising tonight. What? I guess we lost some HP from that somehow. It's an advertisement for late night television. Oh. Okay, so it like bridged through that even though... Oh, look, there was somebody. Even though we were trying to look at our status on the menu. Yeah, what could be in here? Is it the same bathroom we were in before? Okay, so... Oh, but now it opens. I guess it's also like Dark Souls, where if you open it from one side, then... You already unlock it permanently, I guess, from both sides. Let's place a stool here and see what happens if we try to climb out the window. Wrong turn. You take a wrong turn and find yourself on the outside of the restaurant. Alleys surrounding the pizzeria are notorious among guests and employees alike as things like leftovers, lost property, or small children and animals often find their way out there never to be seen again. Management has long since abandoned the idea to clean up the areas customers don't see. I mean, isn't the alleys where I started the game and got killed? Oh, we can keep it going or call it quits. Well, fun is apparently only a few places away. Hide. Unsightly mess blocks your way. Should we clean it up? Sure. With a broom. I guess that's what the brooms are for. Sure, we'll keep going. Oh man. You just had one of the animatronics, replica of one of the animatronics inside, so let's clean it up and... That gives us back some HP at it, just... That's why. How many brooms do we have? Guess we found a use for them. 3 more, alright. It's an empty box, and I guess taking a closer look might have been tempting fate, but we will continue to tempt fate. You feel something, you got 2 food. I guess that's it, never mind. Escape further into the establishment. I think we made it to where the fun is, I guess. Abandoned trash bag. It twitches ever so slightly. And it's got like a tail. But I'm not sure how it's attacked or attached to the actual trash bag, but sure we'll attack it, I guess. Terrible. Oh. Trash bag and alley dweller. What if we attack that guy first? Oh. Yes. I don't know, can we use skills right now? Cover chunk of HP. So we're at style 3 HP. I guess we'll keep attacking. Okay, so apparently the alley dweller, whatever that is. Take too long to... It's only got like 3 health. Maybe we can survive this. I don't know. Restore health. By 2. We got 1 trash, 1 dish. This will alternate for at least a little bit. Oh no. How about a battery? Just get on my attack and hopefully not get ambushed by whoever's very, very nicely going in a motorcycle outside. Trash found and 5 bunnies. See another bag in the background, but I don't know if I want to bother with that. That shift over. Good job. We know though that was apparently a wrong turn. Oh. Kid holding an open drink runs by and trips near a trash bin, causing it to tip over. Get back in the other way, leaving a sticky mess behind. Sure will. Why don't we just put a wet floor sign over it? We got $5. Oh. Parents are complaining that all the trash cans are full. They demand that you take the trash right now. Guess we leave the trash out back. I don't know. It'll be fine since most old trash is taken from here anyway. Realize that the only way into the Aldi's is locked up and has been for a long time now. Oh. Are the trash bags dancing in the bathroom? I don't know. What did they look like? What's as big as you? They just keep wheeling around until they can't anymore, then they get quiet. I think we killed one of them that was doing that. Looks like they all know now. Oh. No further comment. Thank you for your service. Well. I guess the wrong turns are actually the endings. Or something like that, I don't know. I'm not pretty sure what else I could do right now, so I don't know, maybe I'll call this game a demo at this point. Apparently there's, you know, the typical 20 save slots that you get in RPG Maker, but press escape or F4 or what have you. Just literally click on the X. But yeah, that was no delivery, I guess. Right along with the puzzle game that I was doing before, whose name I've forgotten. Remembered Caterpillars, that's the one. Those were the largest files that I got from that I've actually downloaded so far. Maybe I should go look at some other stuff that's a little more... I don't know. Different. I go to sleep now. Thank you for the nice chilled stream. See you next time. Alright, later, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Hope I'll see you soon as well. Take the opportunity to click on stuff in the background which realizes that I'm doing that and multiplies as I'm doing it. Alrighty. So, I guess I'm gonna actually go and try to find something on this list that I haven't necessarily downloaded. Which of these looks good? What about actually, I don't know. Wasn't this thing on the... hold on. Or am I crazy? Yeah, this thing. Didn't I download this one already? Hold on. Oh, this one's 2 gigabytes. Never mind. Guess I didn't download this after all. Okay, let me do the opposite of what I was doing just at the beginning of this, and actually each of these take up the amount of space. What about this? What about... OG I wonder, OG I wonder. What is deceived voice whispers redux? Let's try to find out. Deceived voice whispers redux is apparently another RPG Maker thing that is quite a lot more clearly an RPG Maker thing based on the pictures here. From 2016, an ARG adventure game. Was salt bottles outside of the game. Re-release, modified dialogue, blah blah blah, all the original music. Sure, why not? Clearly that would make a good segue. Oh, it has no RTP though. Not sure if that's gonna run right off the bat, or it's gonna like a fucking installer thing. I get it wrong. Make this manually. And now I wait for things to extract. I don't know if this is gonna run because I don't know if I actually have the RTP handy. I guess I'll find out. Nope, I don't have the RTP. Never mind. Hold on. Download it and get the version that has the RTP. I can indeed. I should have just downloaded this version to begin with, I guess. I wouldn't even bother having this one, just have that deleted. Right, that's probably up here. Oh, yep. Place that one. Yes, I know WinRAR. You say that every time. Every time it doesn't matter. Sure, put it there. Avast, hold on. Oh, let me give 15 seconds so that Avast can shut up about this thing. There he goes. It's probably gonna take a little bit longer for it to extract again, so I guess I'm gonna put the music back on for that. Oh, the music's literally just the beginning of this song, even though I thought more than that had played before. Oh well. Wonder how long it's gonna take for it to extract Dungeon 6.ogg. Apparently the answer is a very long time because it's still stuck on that. This might not actually extract properly. I'll let it keep trying for now, but just in case I'm gonna see what else I have in here. Alright, good. We'll get my count page thingy. See something I could potentially... Oh wait, no, something happened. Hold on. Okay, did it just close itself because it crashed, or did it actually... I think it might actually have finished. Oh, there we go. We just like frozen that item and then all of a sudden it closed itself and did that because it was done. It's very RPG Maker of it. Let's see. Oh, not that one. This one. Be able to capture that with software capture? The answer is apparently not. Okay, let's try this one more time with fucking window capture. This looks very fitting. Hold on. At least it would if it actually captured the correct window. There it goes. Save voice whispers redux. Parenthesis. Let's see. Audio settings. That's it's not a one that you see on each and every one of these. That's actually custom. Isn't that something? You need to put... Oh, no, I'm not. Unfortunately. No identity. Who are you? What are you? No reason. Why here of all places? What do you want from me? Why am I toxic? Boy. Just hear me, oh my god. Sky Hour works. I can see that you got some life in you. You have many questions and you almost certainly don't have the answers to them. Let's see what Jeffrey Chow has in store for us. And other than the dial-up sound. Elevator's heading to the room with the terminal. All you have to do is press the button. Alright. But also, I'm not your friend, I guess. Oh, now you're in a very narrow passageway. You're still getting your bearings. If you haven't checked, you have an iMenu device that lets you view your inventory, accomplishments, and access information. That'll definitely help you when you get back to your home, whatever that is. Okay, press the escape key. Oh, really? I'd rather press the X key. Okay, that's us, I guess. Very opaque goggles and a scarf to cover up our features, but we have a flowing red mane. We have an iMenu device and an iMenu patch. Not sure how those are physically separate. We have no skills. We have a mystery hood. Hoodie, which is separate from the mystery hood, and a fuzzy scarf, which is apparently light element. 50 XP to get to the next level. Only there's our sound option, progress T. Oh, we can save there at any time, I guess. It's a very small window. Any way that I can... No, I guess not. I know that's not what I wanted to do. Could, like, full screen this, but I'm pretty sure I don't want to do that, actually. Just bear with it. Just press that button and you'll be back home, no problem. Well, I have no reason to distrust you, but... I'll go ahead and save first, I guess. I'll listen to those default sound effects. Put your hand firmly on the switch. Yes, let's activate. I wonder what could happen. It's done. You're your trip home, partner. Nice knowing you. Oh. Able to find file... Deceived voice death ending credits deluxe. So even though the game just crashed, I have a feeling we know what would have happened there. That's unfortunate. But we can continue and with it again, or just not do that, I guess. Control still works, so it doesn't contain any information. Still be working, so we'll turn this one on. Welcome, Nico Haberstashi, whatever that means. Let's access email. sugame@hayashilabs.xyz. I'm glad you signed up to be interned for the company. I can't wait to show you what I've been working on. You like that sci-fi stuff from the video game you're playing, that visual novel or something that's totally just as cool. Roll Nico. Okay. What about the internet history, quote unquote? Twitter, Twitch, subtle plug, hint hint, I guess. Nightmare Strip now on Stoop something. Credits at TXT. Appears to me that this project of ours is now developing a mind of its own. Not sure how long it will be before it goes unstable. Seems as if the project has gained some kind of level of autonomy. I'm saying this after what I already said. Seem to be slowly destabilizing as the days have passed. This is interesting, but not at all related to this project's main focus. We need to find a way to refocus our efforts immediately. I guess now we're shutting down. Door requires the password to open. You know that door doesn't work, right? Okay, so I guess we're supposed to figure out the password from the clues here. Let's see if we can at least do that. Look at the right side of the drawer, open it. Data log number 2 is now in our inventory. Right, let's look at the data log, I guess. Ashley Labs is a leading innovator in advanced AI and robotic technology. Also, circle, maybe that's the password. I don't know. Oh, hold on. You actually have to like do an extra click to actually read those. Founded by Nico Hayashi, this new startup is showing major potential in their upcoming announcement. What could it be? Speculation is rising, but their stock is growing as the announcement reaches its date on March 14th, 20XX. This is the day that will shake up the industry. March 14th, 20XX. Hold on. Need to write March 14th or just the numbers? Incorrect password. I don't know. This, but 20XX also. I need to use the lowercase x's or the uppercase x's. Good feeling I'm not gonna get past this door today. I do have one more suspicion that I had for what that could possibly be. And that's the CC for this email. Let's see if we can make an actual mental note. Let's go by parts. Hold on. I don't even know if like both of the words would fit with a space in the middle. Because it's 7 characters in the second word. We even have seven characters left of space in this thing. Okay, hold on. Was it H something? Hold on, let me back out of this first. It's S, Z, Bz, Hesser. Incorrect password, try again. Oh. It's unfortunate. There's no more room, so that was not it. I get the feeling I'm not actually gonna be able to figure out what they want me to put there. Okay, so that's the same thing that, yeah, got that a while ago. So one of those many things might be the buzzword, but I honestly have no idea what to. Which of those I would pick. They all seem pretty arbitrary. I don't know what the heck this thing in the corner is either, so. Console still works but doesn't contain any information, and you can't even interact with this thing, so. I guess take death that just crashes the game because it doesn't load properly, and then just enjoys the game is crashed. Alright, that was Deceived Voice Redux, I guess. It says D, so maybe that means Deluxe Edition. How could you call that anything but, honestly? Oh man. Let's see if I can keep going for at least a little bit more. Already feeling kind of tired, but blame that on my sleep schedule shift. I don't think I'm gonna be succumbing to that tiredness that much. Like, where to stop right now, so. Let me see. The ever-present dilemma of which of these freaking... Oh, this one looks fun. Which of these games would I possibly want to play? Let's see. We download the PC and Linux version of this game, which is only like... how much? Megabytes. There it goes. See if I can extract. I'll locate this thing in the folder first of all, which is at the bottom, and then extract JATMOTMSM, which stands for Jam on the Mystery of the Mysteriously Spooky Mansion. And maybe even, you know, look at the game page before I start it up. Let's see. Detective Prodigy Jam already knows who did the crime, but what the crime actually was remains to be determined. 8 rooms of point-and-click puzzles gather evidence and deduce what really happened in the mystery of the mysteriously spooky mansion. 30+ minutes of point-and-click mystery gameplay. 15 different endings plus an extra secret one and at least 2 or 3 jokes. Wild horror, no jump scares. Also made by a Canadian. That is necessary knowledge. Oh boy, I can't wait. Should like download a few more of these preemptively. But I don't know. I feel like the, I don't know, banner images or thumbnails that they put on these aren't necessarily that well representative of what the actual game turns out to be, but well, let's just try this one for now. Finally finished extracting. Oh gee, I wonder if this one's gonna get scanned by a Vass or not. Oh dear. Okay. And much like one of the other ones that we played, that one's incredibly loud, so I turn the sound down here just again. Okay, so down to like about halfway. If I can actually capture it now, and if it'll actually, not the Explorer, the actual application, will actually heed my attempts to do that. Apparently it will. Maybe it does that weird thing where there's like extra space between the actual edges of the window and where the, I don't know, the border of the source in the OBS thing. And it's weird explaining that, but here we are. Here's Whodunit by Ray Clark. Start, load options, about, or help. Or what it's about to say. Just the freebie information. Help. Answers dialogue and it's for keyboard, I think. Just left click and right click if we mouse. Suppose we will. Space or left click to begin and to advance text. Here we are. Investigate the room with mouse, inspect highlighted objects with left click. There's a few highlightable objects that we can look at in here. An elaborate painting hangs on the wall behind the masked criminal. And change the rooms with the map. Finally, it's time for me to unmask the villainous mastermind behind this case, and the culprit is Alexander V. Batman. Various intermunicipal criminal genius. Surely doing this right now. By the time someone took you down, right? In the ages of 4 and 17 in the western half of Lane County. Realize maybe I don't have the best track record on this, but this time, totally innocent, I swear. It's like that time with the T-Rex portraits. Or the haunted factory. Technically never proved it was me underneath that bedsheet. Or the puzzling predicament of the vanishing gazebos. No. Didn't do anything wrong in this particular abandoned house. Just doing some stuff when all of a sudden you came out of nowhere with a frying pan, knocked me out cold and tied me to a chair. Friendly rude, by the way. There's something else you need to know before you got here. I was poking around upstairs when I saw something seriously doing some stuff. Some real uncanny shit going down here, and if we don't get out of here, we're gonna get... Right, I guess we're at least PG-13 in this. The thing I want to hear is your confession. To what? Crime. Crime that was done by you that I have definitely solved in its entirety. Well, the powers of deduction are impeccable. Just need a minute to get my evidence on it, which I will be doing over there in a different room. And I don't know, will we? And prove he's the one who did it, just as soon as I figure out what it is. Maybe I should go find some actual evidence first. Well, right. Look at the fire extinguisher. The opposite of evidence. This is probably even older than asbestos. Well, what does that tell you about the fire extinguisher then? Looks like this lamp's still using incandescent bulbs, because there's technically nothing illegal about energy-efficient appliances. The warm lighting with this color palette, that's gotta be criminal. To what color palette? Maybe that's a joke, but I don't know. We got no evidence and no stuff. Right, let's check the map. I don't know where we were. The living room, right. Check out the parlor. Or the still life. A skull and a bottle of wine, super original, never seen that before. There's something mysterious about it though. The window, the unlit candle... Oh, we can't use anything, well, not have anything. And look here, something way back underneath the couch. Probably gravity if I just reached in, but on the other hand it also looks like no one's vacuumed down there in at least half a century. Really? Well, I guess we need something else to reach for that, because it's too delicate. Also a key hanging from the ceiling apparently. Why do you think anyone would do that when I do know that due to this, that a clue this tantalizing is going to lead to something significant? We'll get it down. I guess we're too short. Well, let's try going too heavyweight in this floor first, I guess. Like the kitchen. We hear about an awful lot of dead bodies being stuffed in fridges. Not really, I mean, other than the one that was made to name a trope that was generally giving a lot more attention than it actually warrants, but I think it's still functional. It'd be the perfect place to hide evidence. Yes, that's technically still food. Yellow mold seems to be enjoying it anyway. Fish seems relatively fresh, alright. It's also red. And well, we can chalk that up to just being part of a... You know, part of the color palette. That might actually be... I don't know. It might be a visual joke, or it might be me giving this game too much credit. left out their ingredients. They were like, cake with all this, really. I'm gonna do it maybe I'll take a back at it. Let's add the flour. And a stick of butter, a spoonful of sugar. This weird almond sauce is vanilla flavoring, and mix it all together. Okay, actually doing that. I've got in stuff for this cake bacon. Need to figure out how. What? We need to like light the oven with a match or something. I only have a fish, crimson clupade, not red herring. Alright. Let's go to the library first. There's a book on that chair. Well spotted, Jim. Tucked away in a hard to find location. It's gonna have all sorts of clues and evidence squirreled away inside. Something fell out. Iron snail authorization. What could it mean? Tied from Alexander V. Vadman is super guilty, because that's literally what it says to me. Maybe gathering a little more evidence could be useful, so we just grab all of this stuff and call it evidence. The book is titled Ye Tome of Dubiously Plot-Related Information. Chapter 15, Ye Tale of Ye Brothers 3. Once upon a time, or upon a time, there were 3 jesters who died themselves a brother's call. First jester was Klept Melech, ye second Mahendra, and ye third Jimbo. And they were these 3 brothers with full merriment ayont down ye street. When yon spectre of death bid them stop. Oh knaves, cried Death, of ye 3 one must needs die that ye other 2 may impasse. To these ye brothers wept profoundly, alas, and went away. One of them wished to see his kin before himself perish, so a cunning plan did stay device. One of us must needs die, spake Melech, man of relentless exuberance. Taken me first I was born, and first shall I die. Nix, capitulated Jimbo with a grin. His hand upon his bow tie, first in, last out, as they say, and it must be me. Must needs be me. Can we not compromise, wept Mahendra, his hands raised in supplication, instead taken me ye middle brother. And so Death, moved by this show of brotherly loyalty, killed all 3 jesters and went off on their merry way. The end. Oh. Chapter 16, Ye Tale of Ye Enraidable Text, even though not really, I mean. Have you ever seen anything by James Joyce? This is nothing. Once upon a time there was a curse that randomly did changing veils into wise seemed upon the ends of Earth's affix S. Okay, I guess we're not gonna look at that again. So over one other book. This is a proper spooky mansion. It stands to reason that there must be at least one rotating bookshelf. Which book would I choose as the switch? Well, I guess the only one that we can select. Not sure I actually know anything personal about him. His name sounds kind of old-timey, like European or something. Only one book on the shelf that could fit the switch. Optometric. Yes, that wasn't it. Maybe just a regular bookshelf after all. Says stuff. I don't know how we distinguish evidence from stuff in that particular instance, but alright, let's try going upstairs now, I guess. Okay, just look at this immediately. Why does it have so many eyes? It's a demon probably got here by magic, so magic can send it back, right? Just gotta find the right spell in this book. Centimillion micro nano. So you can just ignore it. So is it an actual demon and not just like a statue? I don't know. I look at Candle, too busy trying to get my soul sucked out through my teeth. The art stick. All I need to do is walk past that demonic monstrosity. It's gonna eat me alive, right? So I guess we can't actually do anything there yet. Okay. Bedside table looks pretty promising. There's some solid evidence in there. Or another Gideon Bible. Lucky me again. Oh, still got 5 bullets loaded in it. One totally innocuous and normal item for an American teenager to find lying around the house, so I mean, if this is in the USA, then it's probably not even an exaggeration. It's Gotta be the most terribly drawn demonic summoning circle I've ever seen, but still pretty spooky though. In terms of occultic likelihood to corrupt the youth and steal their souls for the devil, I'd rank it like 5 points above rock music and just a smidge below Harry Potter. Well, guess we don't have anything stuff that can mix with that. Left-hand clown's barrels toward the viewer like the world's most exuberant freight train, the vector of his relentless advance, a reminder of one's own impotence. There's a faint click. Middle clown stares down with an expression of incalculable grief, his hands raised in supplication to an absent god. Look slightly louder this time. Right-hand clown smirks in the shadows, his bow tie weighs heavily with sacred promise of seltzer to the face. Somewhere behind the painting comes the sound of shifting machinery. I don't know if there's anything we're missing, but I guess we have to... We could just do that by trial and error, but let's just try looking around a little more. There's one thing I've learned from playing a copious amount of video games is that you always need to check the trash cans. With an equipable item that heals 6.25% of your maximum HP per turn. So even if there were something good in there, I can't say I'm super thrilled about reaching in and grabbing it. So we just refuse to do that because we're too delicate. There's something in the tub. Oh, it's a horse head. Is it an actual horse head or I want this? I don't think anyone has ever wanted this, but we're gonna pick it up anyway. Oh no. Settingly detailed horse mask, so it's not just a Godfather joke, I got it. Who's that supremely graceful and astute super sleuth in the mirror? Nancy Drew review. Just a moment while I put on something more suitable. There you go. Maybe I think this was a good idea. But it worked. Resulted in an actual interaction. Yes. Idea how this chump is, but he's got some seriously creepy eyes. Like he can follow you around the room. What have you put on a mask? Hey, you there, Billy. I didn't think so. My unsettlingly detailed eye on you, right? Well, the eyes do move. Mysterious letter, but it's full of all kinds of dirt on Batman. Concludent statement of D. Keller. As this rubescent haze dissipates from about my consciousness in most total clarity, do I revisit those actions which over the preceding month I did paragitate. This house how it reeks of that most sanguineous humor, and so too my solid hands which did that humor spill. Again I thought ourselves bold, but that facade crumbled like ash before that tremendous horror that from out mine floor did emerge. Merely witness it rising from the circle would itself percuss the brain to insensibility. It is best not to think of such things. It is done, and though it cannot be yet, these words assuage my woe a little. That vitessence which from mine friend I repped that I might invoke the demon, how glad would I be to have it back, and the demon purely negated from this earth. I was mad then, so too was he. Now of him only his lonely mandible remains. For that demon I have sealed its essence within the lawn statuary and transpaled its corporeal form upon my harpooning gun. Nor does it stand as though a corpus lifelorn. At full well I know that comely death desires as little to do with the demon as I. And all the worms that out from its immaculate corpse do wriggle and bream. I am but a festering rind of cheese swollen to bursting with worms, their blood-ravenous susurrations churn the rancid milk of my soul. Writhing, gnawing the boundless hunger, even now I can feel their couple in bodies whole. Barely even read most of that. Not with my 17-year-old vocabulary. Pretty sure it has nothing to do with the crimes that Batman definitely committed here. And the locked box. Narrative convention dictates that it's got to be full of treasure or at least an important bit of evidence. But how to open it? How we could use our gun? Could try unlocking it with the gun, I suppose. Though a bobby pin would be a lot easier to fit into a tumbler, which we don't have. Not sure what we would do at this point. I guess we could grab with the demon. Keep it together, Jan. Just taxidermy the model. All you need to do is take the gun, look at the thing in the eyes, and well, that doesn't work. Maybe I could use the mask. Just put it on. And apparently it doesn't help. Maybe I put the mask on it instead. Oh. Somehow exactly as terrible as it was before. It's not any worse. Alright, so that's it. Sure, I'm glad that I can walk past this absolute nightmare without any issues at all. This isn't a yardstick, it's all in centimeters and stuff. Okay, so I refuse to use that even though. It's technically the more useful version of that. Units of measurement, international standard, divisible by 10 something French or whatever, 1 kilometer is equal to 0.62 miles. Instantaneous mastery is to be expected seeing as I am jam, etc. Really like me, it's newtons for breakfast, fig newtons. Alright, so now we have the meter stick. Now the taxidermy demonic entities out of the way, I can get back to what's really here. I think that was actually a King's Quest joke for a second, but alright. Not really opposed to the ability to light random things on fire either, so we have a lit candle now, I guess. We go back here to the kitchen, I think, or not to the kitchen, actually, to the, wherever the couch was. Can we actually use the stick to get this? The meter's basically 10 feet, right? Well, not really, but... I'll push it a little to the left and... maybe we get a bunch of money. Even after being down there, they smell ever so faintly of minty freshness, really. Because that's actual evidence. Use this thing to reach the key also. If I really stretch, I still can't quite reach it. Well, what about the gun? I think I have this loaded revolver handy. One revolver strikes a key and knocks it loose from the ceiling. Really. The window, the unlit candle. We need to actually put the lit candle here. Just take this actual candle and use it to light the one in the painting. Well, the entire painting will catch fire. Well, now what? The fire really balances the composition, so we're just gonna leave it there. Alright. I guess we just accept that. What else though? I don't remember. We're gonna use this thing to poke around the trash as well. With my trusty meter stick and my newfound mastery of the magic arts to solve this puzzle. According to my calculations and measurements, the trash can is absolutely disgusting. Set it on fire. Oh, we just do that. There's something in there after all. We just gotta reach through the flames real quick and... oh, we got a jaw. Lovely piece of evidence. I think I'm gonna wash my hands now. Just leave the fire. You would probably make the most sense, and it's open. Bloodstained knife. There's like a 0% chance this baby wasn't involved in some crime or another. Not really sure what crime, but I can work it out. Okay, so we have a bunch of evidence now, but I guess we're still not done with whatever it is we need to do. Oh. Can't see, I'm not tempted. What about the candle? we can't do anything else here now. Let me just talk to this guy again. Time to wrap this up. I know what you did and I got the evidence to prove it. Oh, really? I don't know. Bloodstained knife. There's a combination. What can signify only one thing? Murder. Determine which is which we must first take stock of our subconscious biases. If not murder or mugging, are there other ways one could make money with a knife? There's an audience for anything even mildly fetishistic past the demolition videos. Where there's audience, there's advertising money. The average armchair detective might look at the evidence and see murder as the only option and know what's really going on here. Making money by making ASMR videos of yourself cutting random objects in slow motion with this knife taped to your chin. My investigative... to say that. It's my investigative prowess left you too stunned for words. Let's just assume for a moment that you're right about this. Are you basically saying that I didn't do anything illegal? You agree that I'm innocent? I'll go home and watch more of the spaghetti guy. Been really hypnotic about the way the noodles crack across his forehead. Well, there's definitely more information than I ever wanted to know. He's got the knife and I somehow even made a little money. Just gotta figure out how to cut the ropes with my hands tied behind my back. Oh. Could be. Alright. Link 4 of 16. Try a different set of evidence, I don't know. How about the fish in the jaw? It's the fish from the kitchen fridge and the human jawbone that was left in bathroom trash can. Covered it while I was searching for clues exactly as you planned, no doubt. The old reverse psychology. Everything was staged to make it look like these were important clues that would lead me to the answers I sought, but that was an elaborate ruse. This discarded mandible, the constant fish, these weren't clues at all. This was a jaw-dropping red herring. Did go there in the end. They're actually agreeing that I didn't commit any crimes here, though. They tried to trick me, waste my time, and tarnish my reputation. None of that was me either. Didn't leave those red herrings lying around. Then who did? It's not like anyone else is living here. There's something you need to know, kid. Upstairs in the lounge there's these god-awful monsters and I'm pretty sure it's... oh yeah, that. Put a horse mask on it. Pretty sure I'm gonna have nightmares about that mask for the better part of my life. Since there's nothing for me to actually do here, I'm gonna go scrub those images from my brain with some ice cream and binge television. Please untie me first, but no. I'm gonna get over here alive, nothing to be afraid of except... what could be so awful about a horse mask? I think we're gonna exit to the title screen now. Guess you would probably have to replay this to get to the ending again, but oh well, it's not like it's a big game. I'm guessing it's only about half an hour, as it said, if you actually are trying to get all the endings. So yeah, at this point I wonder if I should try a little more, or if I should just like wrap it up here, because I'm kind of tired and my voice is also getting kind of tired. And I do have this kind of thermos thingy with a, I don't know, like a straw built into the lid. You can secure in the inner part of it, but for some reason the lid part gets kind of loose sometimes, so it's kind of a pain to get it to, I don't know, seal well enough to where it actually allows you to use it properly. Oh, it's a weird thing to describe. I can try one more though. I'll do that. I'll see if I can figure out if I can play one more of these games, and then we go ahead and call it. But let's see. What shall I go for? Not another visual novel looking thingy. Just maybe something that calls for a little less talking. I don't know. What's this one? Let's see. I want to go to the actual game page, please. Oh, that could work, but what else do I have? What about this one? Oh man. I think I saw someone playing this one some time back, actually. I think it might actually take a while to get through, so try a few more. At least take a look. What about one of these very kind of spooky Unity looking ones like this one? Haunted by dark thoughts and tormented by the face of past lovers, seek out the source of the darkness that holds you. Or no, darkness that holds you is what that says. Okay, let's try this one, sure. Short point-and-click psychological horror game. But even 30 megabytes, so it seems appealing to me this time. Will seem more appealing if I can figure out how to get to the actual download here. Hold on. For some reason, I feel like my brain is making me feel way more tired than I should at this point, but I will check this one out and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see, here we go. Restless. Create with Unity. So you know it's definitely gonna be a quality product. Do I need to focus the window to make it visible? Let's see if we can actually show up here this way. Yeah, apparently we can. There you go. Are we gonna have to resize the source? Is my next question. I think so. Hold on. Make sure that all of this shows up. Right, what are our options here? Dan Kenny music volume and SFX volume. Right, let's just start a new game then. a bit like the last store, I guess, but even with a little bit more detail than that. Oh, dang it, I'm not paying attention to this. That reason to not let anyone get close, I think you could be the one to change that. I have no idea what the other person said, but this dialogue is gonna stay here for a lot longer. Apparently she's a lot more brief with her quips. What happened to my house? Where is Julia? How long has it been since the last scene? I'd go back to bed. I need to find out what the hell is going on. It's really advanced through the dialogue manually, it looks like that. It's not a great sign. What this? Note. I grow more nervous by the hour she's coming over tonight. It's been so long since I've heard a young woman. I fear I will make the same old mistake. Really, I can also click all I want here and it won't necessarily advance the rhythm that I want it to. Did I write this? I don't remember writing it. I wonder what that could mean. Clothes are here, but they're all old and worn as if they've been here for years. It's gonna be like the Straits, where it's not really, there's not really any gameplay, it's just like a bunch of atmospheric stuff. Wonder. Let's go. Painting of me looks so much younger in the painting. I'm guessing that my name is no coincidence with that reference. It's roses wilting. There's also another door we can go into here. Ready to do oddly challenging, thorough map examination like in Valkyrie Profile. I look really tired. Take my word for it, because this art style doesn't really see you or let you see that. Also a bloody bathtub, apparently, or something. Bet you're expecting it to turn into that one of the nightmare scenes from 5 Days a Stranger, weren't you? A painting of a young woman, she seems familiar, but I can't. A painting of a young woman, exactly the same, all the same with three of these. Apparently so. I can keep going to the right, but I can also go into this door. What's in this room? Small painting, she seems familiar. Okay, so exactly the same description. That doesn't really help me. I'm going to assume that the one on the right is gonna be the same too. Stuffed toy bear, there's a red sting on it. I wonder why. What could possibly have happened? Some old clothes in here, they appear to belong to a woman. I don't remember a woman living here. Maybe that's a Henry James nod, but probably not. Coat stand, one of the coat hooks has broken off, but... Happened there. Oh, we got a coat hook. Can I look at our inventory? Yes, the answer is no. And here's another note. She stayed last night in the guest bedroom. She's showering as I write this. The sheets still smell of her fragrance and finding it difficult not to fall back into bad habits. Perhaps this is a cry for help. Now I just wait for that to go away. Can't really do much else. I just keep moving right in the hallway. Oh, portrait of a young woman. She's very beautiful. I feel like I know her, but I'm not gonna be able to put a name to that face, I guess. What's this? Old oil portrait. It's very dusty dusty despite being covered with a cloth. Also, the red stuff. Is that blood? What are we gonna say about that? I don't know what we're supposed to do with that weird handle that we picked up. The coat hook. Old bust of someone, probably very expensive. Yes, it's a bust of Napoleon in Victorian times, I guess. Of old books on various topics they haven't been read in a very long time. Collection of old books, blah blah blah. Okay, skip this. So. Better hold on. This. It's a roll of tape. Well, we got tape and we got a coat hook. Not sure what we do with that. What about this tilted portrait? Another oil portrait of a beautiful young woman. Why do I feel like I know her? It's a different one from the first of those portraits over on the left side that we saw that led us to make a comment just like that. Who are the women in these paintings and why do I feel like I know all of them, without exception? One doesn't work, typical. Another young woman painting with the same friggin' description. What's wrong with you? I don't know, I often wonder about that myself, and I always wonder in the voice of Reggie Fils-Aimé, but... rarely do I ever actually get an answer. It's an old bottle of wine, covered in dust. It's clearly been here a while. And even more. I'm pretty sure we already examined something like that on the left side, so let's not bother with that again. See something on the stove, but it's too hot to put my hand in. And a broken broom handle. Keep going this direction? No, I guess not. Oh, we can actually move a little bit faster if we double tap. At least if we don't actually have an actual item already selected. Now let's see. Can't open this door. I'm guessing that door might actually go outside if it's the case. Okay, that's another like thing. Painting of me, I look so much younger in the painting. I thought it was gonna be like a pixel art version of Tommy Wiseau or something, but... hasn't been used in years. Oh, is that the same flavor text that we got from the box in the other room? So yeah, I'm actually kind of gotten to the point where my brain is kind of diffusing. I can no longer keep this urge at bay. I can feel that darkness slowly gripping me at once. No, gripping at me once again. I need to her leave. She has to leave before it's too late. Let's at least try to look around before get to the point where we like hit a wall in the places where we can go or something. Who's doing this? What the hell is going on? Unless such a thing is somehow impossible, which I would probably not be too pleased with. Try to open this. I did try to open this. It's locked. What a shame. Guess we're gonna save. Fuck it. But actually, without having that, I don't know, completely muted, completely subdued atmosphere only helped cement the point that I think my brain has gotten to the point where it can't really keep up for some reason. And I totally pretty much just blame that on the fact that I've been forcibly changing my sleep cycle over the next couple of days. Over the course of the next couple of days, yes, I just said that out loud. That's yet another indication. Over the course of the past few days is what I was trying to say, I think. Can't even too sure of that anymore, but I think I'll go ahead and call it there. Very, very small, but somewhat substantial Sampler platter of all the free stuff you can get on GOG right now. Or not GOG, HIO. You can get a few free things on GOG as well, to be fair, but Steam. And probably a few other places. But HIO did have like this big lineup of 100% sales because of the quarantine. And a lot of them are still active, so you know. Find that link in my Discord in the free stuff channel if you scroll up for a little bit, wink wink. And well, that's where all that stuff is, but as far as the present, the definite present that is, I think I'm gonna try to come back for 1 or 2 more streams at the weekend times this week and see if I can go back to Xenoblade Chronicles 6 again. Might actually have to do a little bit of off-screen grinding for that before I do so, but who knows if I'll actually get to do that. But anyway, I'll probably come, and we'll make an effort to have that come. I might end up having to, like, I don't know, start up the usual inconvenient late hours on the weekend, but that's might be better than not doing anything. Put it that way. Probably definitely try to have something this Friday at least. Shouldn't be that difficult. Or on Saturday. But then next week I will, well, at this point I might as well start up the music again. It'll probably help me keep myself from falling asleep a little more. But yeah, next week I'll probably be starting whatever game gets a majority vote in the poll that I put in the Discord, and if they stay tight as they are now, then I'll probably just, I don't know, spin the wheel or something to figure out what to actually do. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'll probably manage to do in the near future if I can manage to not completely screw up my sleep cycle as soon as I've just finished fixing it again. So I will be back on the weekend, probably, hopefully with all but assured certainty. But for now, I think I'm gonna do a quick, I'd say raid, but not really. I'm just gonna like end it and then throw a host at somebody. But I know that just went live. Hey, this is actually pretty fitting music, I think, for the end. It's pretty chill. Wasn't this playing at the start of the stream and it like looped back around, and or is that something else entirely? Was that Blues for Poets? Is that also on this this playlist? How many unabout musics do I have on this? Actually, not even sure. But this was the only one. Maybe it did play twice for some reason. I don't know. It's like looping forever instead of just like looping through to the items once without repeating. Oh well, but yes. To actually wrap this up so that I can actually try to fix my dumb cerebral situation currently that comes from the weird sleep depth cyclical thing. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this to a close, so as I said, I will probably see you soon, which would equate to my shtick, which I will awkwardly segue into right now, which is I will see you later.